Hi everyone, we are from Group 4, Section 10, Reading and Writing in English. Hi, I am Alia.
Hello, I am Izzati.
Hello, I'm Lyana.
Hi, I am Eva.
And I'm Tymon.
Now, we will review the novel The Picture of Dorian Gray in this digital storyboard. These are the main characters in the novel. The protagonist is Dorian Gray, a male youth who has a beauty and very wonderful. He captured the imagination of Basil Hallward and Lord Henry Wotton. Now I will start the exposition of this novel. Basil Hallward is really attracted by Dorian's charm and beauty. Lord Henry asks him to meet Dorian, but Basil doesn't want Dorian to meet Henry. But he has no choice one to ensure out for his portrait. Dorian arrives at the studio. They reluctantly introduce him to Lord Henry. He fears will have a damaging influence on the impressionable young Dorian. Basil was painting the Dorian portrait. Dorian thought that art is the most important aspect of life and that looks can make everybody like him.
Dorian decides to approach and court Sibyl Bain and soon proposes marriage because of her great beauty and acting talent. After telling Basil and Harry about his love for Sibyl, they watch her perform. However, she performs horribly. Embarrassed, Dorian rejects Sibyl, telling her that acting was her beauty. Without that, she no longer interests him, causing Dorian to cruelly break his engagement to her. Then he returns home. He sees a cruel expression on the face of his portrait and he decides to seek Sibyl's forgiveness in the morning. Unfortunately, Sibyl committed suicide at that night. Then Dorian locks the portrait up, and over the following 18 years, he experiments with every vice, influenced by a morally poisonous French novel that Lord Henry Wotton gave him, and he becomes increasingly drawn to evil.
Let's come to the climax of this novel. One day, Dorian was walking along the street and saw Basil. Basil speaks to Dorian about what people think of Dorian. Dorian leads Basil to the room in which he keeps the painting locked. The painting has become hideous, a faux parody of its former beauty. Basil stares at the horrifying painting in shock and he realizes that Dorian is a monster. Dorian sees a knife and stabs Basil repeatedly because Basil knew his secret.
The novel's following action begins with Dorian attending a party he considers to be pretty dull. He decides to go to an opium den that night. Rather than confronting his sins, he vows to erase them through drug usage. He is pursued by a man who turns out to be Sibyl's brother, James, who is seeking vengeance after leaving the opium den. Dorian, on the other hand, deceives James into believing he is not Dorian because he has the face of a 20-year-old and it has been around 18 years since Dorian and Sibyl were together.
Here is the resolution part of this novel. Dorian lives in terror after knowing that Sibyl Vane's brother was looking for him. A few days later, he found out that James Vane had been shot and had died. He began to think over some of the things that Lord Henry had told him. He knew that he had committed many sins, but was there really no hope for him? Dorian stabbed the picture of himself, hoping that by doing that it would kill the past, and when the drawing of himself was dead, he would be free. Unfortunately, Dorian died and changed into an old man, while the drawing inside the picture turns into a young version of Dorian.
From this novel, we have learned that we should confront our problems instead of running away from them. Dorian could have faced his sins, but he turns himself in with drug abuse. My personal rating on this novel is a 4 out of 5.
In our lives, we must be alert to the seductions that are common nowadays, such as hedonism and immoral pleasures. The character Dorian Gray was affected badly by materialism, leading to regrettable consequences. My personal rating on this novel is 5 out of 5.
We learn that negative influence results in negative effects. As a result, people should learn to make the right decision at all times.
We recommend every teenager or anybody who loves plot that contains action and murder to read The Picture of Dorian Gray.
The novel has a lot of moral values that we can learn, such as friendship between beauty and morality, caring and encouragement to think wisely when making a decision. Overall, I will rate this novel 3 stars out of 5.
In addition, this novel includes the issues of youth and beauty which are popular among teenagers. It will make the reader feel speechless after reading this novel, knowing what the consequences are of putting youth and beauty as the first priority in the world. We highly recommend this novel to all of the readers out there.